Got a little bit of an update to the Blade situation. Remember the rumor that popped a couple days ago that apparently the reason the Blade movie has been delayed so many times is because, well, there's some trouble with the script and the main actor is going to walk away. We got some details of why he might be walking away, because apparently the new Blade movie is starring 3 women that teach life lessons, and Blade is actually regulated to the 4th lead. I mean, it's not that crazy to me after watching a bunch of the more recent Phase 4 and Phase 5 Marvel stuff. It's very apparent to me that they want to make women kind of the heroes, and they want to pull back the men a lot. You see this in things like She-Hulk, where they completely reworked the origin of She-Hulk, because in the origin of She-Hulk, in the comics, she gets her powers from a blood transfusion from Bruce Banner because she's close to dying and needs blood. She had a bunch of blood loss, so he transfers his blood to her, and that causes her to become the She-Hulk. But in the MCU adaptation, no, they're both passed out, and a droplet of blood falls onto Jennifer, and she becomes She-Hulk. Because he can't save her, because that would be a man saving a woman, which is the MCU in a nutshell. So, telling me that Blade isn't even the main character in his own movie and it's just a clickbait, bait and switch movie, yeah, that sounds about right. I think they're probably going to rework this. It's probably going to be fixed so that he's the main star. I would hope so. Nobody wants to see Bloodline, his daughter. People want to see Blade. I don't even want to see her in the movie, to be honest. Why do we need Bloodline? Just tell a Blade story. Well, they've countered this negative news with some actual good news, which is something that this movie should have said the day it was announced, and that's that it's going to be R-rated. This should have been announced day one. I don't know how you tell a Blade story and have it be PG-13 and actually be good. Blade needs to be R-rated. That's just a fact. That is a fact. It has to be R-rated. Everyone's going to compare this to the Wesley Snipes version. Every single person that watches this and knows that that movie exists, and I would hope you do know that movie exists because it's badass and probably one of the best comic book movies out there, if you can get past the awful CGI at the end. Man, I wish they would fix that awful CGI at the end. Why can't they? Can do that. They can do that. They could fix it. It probably wouldn't cost that much money, but whatever. Even with that shoddy CGI at the end, it's still an amazing movie. Probably has one of the best openings of a movie of all time. That where he busts into that rave and takes out all those vampires. Yeah, you would have to be able to trump that somehow. This needs to be better, or at least on par with the original, or it's going to be a disaster. A lot of people look at that movie, and you're going to have to really step it up. Making this some kind of life lessons woman movie isn't going to do that. So they put this out to try to kind of counter all of that negative news because, I mean, that was bad news for them. They looked really stupid, and people have been mocking Marvel for weeks now, ever since this dropped. Like, what a joke. So it's okay. Well, let's put this announcement out there. It's going to be R-rated, and it kind of works. It's like, okay, well, now you kind of have my attention a little bit. You're going to make it R-rated. Good. It needs to be R. Now, you just need to make the movie about him. Because this actor is pretty good. He's a good actor. If they make this R-rated, they actually make the movie about him, you might have something there. That's cool. Get rid of the upstager women, which is what they're there to do. They're there to upstage him in his own movie. And make this just an awesome Blade movie. It's not that difficult to do. Have him have him chase down some kind of vampire leader. You can even use Deacon Frost again. Though I wouldn't. I would maybe save him for another time, but you could have him go after Dracula. That would work. Do that. Blade versus Dracula. Awesome. I'm in. I'm all in. Not all in on this life lesson bullshit that I read about the other day, though. That I don't give a shit about at all. And I'll ruthlessly mock it when it comes out, too. As deserved. Because I'm tired of these movies with Marvel. Sick of it. Most people are. That's why the movie attendance is down. Because nobody wants to see your shitty cat movies. Nobody wants to see them. Sorry. Anyway, I thought this was better news. We'll see. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please comment. Let me know. What are your thoughts on this? Does this present good news to you? Are you a little bit happier with Blade now? Or you just don't care? You just tuned out. It's done. No matter what they do. They could say it's going to team up with Wesley Snipes' Blade and you don't care. Let me know your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like. Make sure you're subscribed. Check that notification bell. Hit that. Check out my Rumble and Locals. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.